Welcome to the Living Big podcast, where we're all about embracing life to the fullest. Hey, I'm Marley.
And I'm Kylie, and we're thrilled you're here. We explore how to pursue our passions, nurture meaningful connections, and inject some serious fun into our lives.
We're here to show you you're not alone.
And we want to do what we can to ease the stresses of everyday life and help you in your journey of living big.
This episode is proudly sponsored by Event Penguin, your go-to solution for creating unforgettable events. Say goodbye to clunky and hard-to-use event sites and create your next event in minutes today.
Whether it's a party, conference, or a networking event, Event Penguin has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Visit eventpenguin.com today and discover beautiful, customizable event pages that make planning a breeze. With a seamless guest experience, Event Penguin lets you focus on what truly matters, making your event a smashing success. Start building your community through events effortlessly. Jump in!
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Living Big podcast. This is going to be a fun one. We're talking about mom funnies and fails today.
We've all got them.
Yep. And I'm sure we've had some similar ones. But in case we haven't, we're going to share. We're just going to share and we're just going to commiserate, because if you can't laugh, then you're just going to cry the whole time.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Start giggling. Start loving them.
Yeah. All right. Obviously, motherhood is amazing. It's beautiful. It's enriching. Okay.
Perfection. Just kidding.
But it can be tough. So it's important to, like you said, can't beat them, join them.
Yep.
You just got to lean into the funny sometimes. You just got to laugh it off sometimes.
Well, sometimes I'm like, if I'm not going to laugh right now, I'm just going to end up sobbing.
I will either sob or I will be so mad.
Yeah.
I will lose it.
So I'm going to choose laughter this time.
Laughter this time. Yeah. Sometimes we choose differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's necessary, but sometimes it's okay to be like, that was crazy and ridiculous and hilarious.
Balance. That's what that is balance.
I love it.
Woo.
So, here are our tales from the trenches.
Oof.
Thank you for your submissions. These were really good. I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
First up. First time mom here, and I didn't realize how fast your milk comes in when you start breastfeeding.
Yep.
It's like a fire hydrant. So if the baby becomes unlatched, it's an instant fire hydrant into the face. I always felt so bad for laughing, but there was nothing else I could do but laugh, especially in those 3 a.m. feedings.
Ooh. Are you laughing because it's funny and sad at the same time, or are you just loopy? Are you just losing it a little?
Yeah, you're a little bit loopy and drunk, but I remember this vividly with Coley.
Oof.
And not knowing that was a thing.
Yeah.
So that was what was even more. It's like, I'm spraying their face. It's getting everywhere. Like, what's happening?
And it's sticky. That's the thing.
Yes.
It's like, it's sticky. And I mean, like, it's fine. It's good for their skin. It's good for their eyes when they're whatever.
Unless it's literally spraying directly into their eyeball. It's like, I'm so sorry. That's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's not comfy for anyone involved.
Choking on it. You're like, oh.
Yes.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Cool down.
Yes.
Cool down.
Especially like right when your milk first comes in, like you have a letdown kind of a thing. And it's just like, whoosh, a little bit of a choking moment. Yep.
I love it.
Yes.
At 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. You got to
If you ever have questions or want to know more about what happens to a woman's body having a baby, hit us up because we have no filter about it.
No, literally the other day I was Marco Poloing you.
Yeah.
And I said, I leaked.
Yeah. Paused. She hesitated before she said the next thing.
And she was like, there could be at least 25 different ways you could have leaked. Like,
right. There were so many things that went through my head. And I was not prepared. The one that went through my head, none of them were actually what came out of your mouth.
It was colostrum, okay? I'm not saying anything else weird. Right. There's my TMI for the day.
Love it. Yeah, that's a tale from the trench. Mm-hmm. From the trenches, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. All right. Next.
Also, if you click on that one and turn it sideways, it will get bigger. Just in case.
Oh, bless. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh. She lied.
Here. Oh.
Squat backwards like some dumb acrobat of something.
What is happening?
Thank you. Something. Okay. We were headed to Disneyland. Oh, I love when we talk about Disney. For a family vacation and had a 10-hour drive ahead of us. Oof. With 3 little kids, 2 of whom were potty trained. We knew there would be frequent stops for the bathroom. Unfortunately, if you've ever taken a road trip, you know that sometimes in rural America, you cannot encounter a gas station or a pit stop. Ooh. That's my favorite, is when it's like, ooh, no services for the next like 50 to 100 miles.
And you're like, oh, I should have filled up.
Welcome to America, where it's much larger than people actually think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may not encounter a gas station or a pit stop for a long stretch of road. We were on one of these stretches when our then 3-year-old suddenly yelled out that she needed to pee. We pulled off an exit that only led to farmland or whatever the dead space was. So we found a secluded spot for her to do her business. She refused to pull down her pants and squat on the ground, afraid of bugs or plants or whatever 3-year-olds are afraid of on the side of a road. Fair. You know what? I'm also afraid of that moment as well. I hate peeing
Camping.
outside. Yeah. I just always pee on myself a little bit.
Yeah.
There's my TMI. Anywho, I decided to act as a sort of support structure for her. So I had her perch on my knees and squat backwards like some dumb acrobat or something. I feel like we need to act this out as well.
I know. I'm like, I need a visual.
I know. I stupidly assumed that the pee would simply follow gravity and go straight down. But it didn't. Somehow her position aimed her pee directly at me. Seriously, a straight line stream of urine went directly forward, soaking my pants in pee.
I'm dying.
Oh,
this is so good.
So good. What did I do? I screamed and laughed and cried and held my position until my daughter had emptied her bladder.
She's just screaming in a squat like some dumb acrobat.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is the best story I've ever heard.
I know, this was good. And guess what? I didn't even change. She hadn't even gotten to the best part.
Way to go, mama. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I didn't want to waste any more time digging through our suitcases and changing on the side of the road. But hey, at least I didn't have to clean pee out of my car. That's a great silver lining. And it was still a pretty fantastic trip. Oh my gosh.
To whomever submitted that.
Bless you.
You were amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that nugget of gold.
Yes. Thank you.
I will be laughing forever.
If you haven't been hit by some sort of child's bodily fluid, you didn't do it right. You have not parented.
You were extremely lucky, I guess. Oh my gosh. That is so good.
That one's good.
Okay.
Also, just the way she wrote that was hilarious.
I know. Like, seriously, you deserve an award.
I know.
That was beautiful.
So good.
Thank you for sharing.
Bless.
Please continue to submit more because whoever you are, I like you.
Yep.
Okay. I want to be friends. Okay.
Yes.
Next one. One time we took our two little oldest babes to Lava Point to camp. One of the days we decided to take and drive in our red Jeep around a little reservoir near the campground. We had our 2 littles in the back seat strapped in their car seats. As we neared the end of the reservoir, we came up to the water that was completely submerging the path. My husband wanted to go through the water, but I begged him to go back to avoid the water. Yeah. A couple of boys were about 30 feet from the shore walking ankle deep in the water, so my husband thought, oh, it's going to be fine.
It's not that deep.
He's like, if I just drive through it hugging the shoreline, we'll be okay. Much to our dismay, closer to the shoreline, the land sloped off. We ended up driving into water deeper than the hood of our Jeep, getting completely stuck.
Oh,
Water
no.
started pouring into the Jeep through the door cracks, and we began to fill with water deep inside our Jeep. I quickly exited the vehicle, snatched the kids out of the car seats as quickly as I could. After retrieving them, I waded waist deep in the water with my babies on my hips, getting us all to safety. Lessons learned that my hubby should always listen to me to avoid these hair-raising dilemmas.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Haha. We were in luck that day as we found a scout troop camping nearby and all their big trucks. they were able to pull our cart out of the water.
Ooh.
Water poured out of our car. When it was back on dry land, we spent the rest of the week drying out all our floor mats and contents from the water-soaked Jeep.
Rough.
Miraculously, we were all fine, including the poor waterlogged Jeep. My kids were traumatized. Every time we would drive near water after the incident, they would yell, "Daddy, please don't drive in the water."
Oh.
Poor guys.
Just traumatized. Oof.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the kid on the hip, one of them.
This was your mom?
Yeah. So that one's not anonymous.
That's awesome.
But I love that. That's not really like a mom fail or a funny because
It's a
you were
dad
right.
fail.
Yeah.
It's a dad fail.
It's a parent fail.
Yeah.
Dad. Which we appreciate too.
Yes. We can absolutely appreciate the dad fails.
Oh, I love that. That's a good one.
Ooh, that one is a good one. Oh, so fun. These are cracking me up. Oh my gosh. Okay.
This next one's really good.
'Kay.
I like it.
Here we go. When my son was a toddler, he was, as all toddlers are, and would give me very little space when I needed to use the bathroom. Yep. Over time, he noticed I would sometimes take a pad or a tampon in with me, and it eventually evolved into him wanting to hand me one whenever I was taking a little longer in the bathroom.
Sweet.
That's kind of cute. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Love it. I'd close the door and then, oh, he didn't go in with you? Oh my gosh. Wow. What is that? All right. I'd close the door and then soon after there'd be a little hand slipping me his feminine hygiene product of choice under the door. How cute. Or a voice asking which I needed. Then came the time for him to potty train. One day he was sitting on the toilet and having a hard time going. He sat there for a while, breathing with effort, and then finally, after a few minutes, declared, "Man, I really need a tampon." Oh, how cute. Oh my gosh, that was so
He's
fun.
like, Mom takes time when she needs these things.
Yeah.
So if I'm struggling,
It makes
I
sense.
naturally need a tampon
Absolutely.
to just like hold.
His brain is working
Yeah.
exactly as it should. Yep.
So cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one. Man, I really need a tampon. That's just
Right.
like my favorite part of all of it.
It's a good
Okay.
one. Yes.
Another submission. We were walking to church and I had all the toys packed up and ready to go, but we were still in a rush. It wasn't until we were walking into the church building that I thought my son's shirt looks a little small, thinking maybe I put him in a 2T instead of a 3T.
Yeah.
But when we got home and we were changing out of church clothes, I was laughing because the long sleeves were all the way up to his elbows and it barely covered his stomach.
He had a crop top at church.
I took it off him and realized I had put him in his brother's 9-month-old shirt. And we
Aw.
all died laughing. It was so funny. I love that you just laughed instead of being like, I would cry. I
Yeah.
think. But
But like, wow, I was so tired.
yeah.
Something was not on in my brain.
Getting your kids to church.
It's a feat.
That's a real deal.
Yeah.
And then they got to send a pew and you got to have
Yeah.
like all the things. You got to have snacks. You got to have a whole lineup going on.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
So way to go.
Yep.
For getting there
Exactly. Who cares what they're wearing?
in a belly shirt and
At
everything.
least that's my thought. Is if everyone's at church, clothed, mostly clean, that is good enough.
Gold star.
Yeah. Woof.
Uh,
All right, we got another one. When my son was a little over a year old, he had somehow crawled into the bathroom, got into the cabinet, unscrewed the lid on a big tub of lotion, and had scooped it all out over his face and body, and was eating scoops of it. It was smeared all over the ground. Messes can happen in seconds, but it was so funny. I would like to think I would laugh.
it's just like ice cream, you know? Just a big bucket of
Lotion.
tasty.
Leo, my 3-year-old, says Foshin.
Oh,
It's so cute.
I love that.
Foshin. And it's so cute. Anywho.
Coley, every time I get lotion out, she's like, lotion? And she just starts like rubbing her face and her legs, even with pants on with lotion.
That's
Give
so
her a little,
cute.
she loves it.
That's awesome.
Lotion is a big hit with the kiddos.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very cool,
Definitely.
a very cool thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. More a parent funny than a mom funny, but my husband let me sleep in and I came downstairs and my husband told me what had happened.
Oh no.
My sons had dumped all the toys out and my youngest son had found some black chalk. My husband didn't notice until my son was sucking on it and drooling black chalk drool all over the house.
Ooh. Yeah, that's good.
Yum.
Yum.
Tasty.
It's like black charcoal, right? Isn't he just like cleaning his teeth and healing his gut?
All over your floors and couch. And
Yeah. That's
black
good.
too. That's always nice.
Yeah. Rough. Okay. Kids have no personal space. Another submission. But sometimes all you want to do is use the bathroom on your own. I am sensing a pattern.
It's like we're all living the same life.
Right.
Please let me have some space. 1 second.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So we will tell our son it is stinky, go play with the toys, etc., to try and get some personal time in the bathroom. But now he says that to us when he wants us to leave our room. You got to get out of here. This is stinky. And tells us how big his poops are. Yep. That's also universal for sure. He talks super loud and does this all in public too. So hilarious. I don't know if the so hilarious was being sarcastic or serious, funny. It is so hilarious with just a period.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love just anytime he wants them to get out of the room now, he
Yeah.
says, you got to get out of here. This
Right.
is stinky.
Yep. Yep.
For any reason. So
Please
then
leave.
people are like, in public, people are like, what's so stinky?
Yep.
What's happening?
My favorite is anytime we're in public or whatever, a public bathroom with Leo, he's always just like, Mom, poop? Need to poop? I'm like, nope, but thank you for asking.
Every single time we're in a public space.
I mean, when it makes sense because he's potty trained and stuff like that.
And you're teaching them all those things.
Exactly. So if he's taking more than 5 seconds on the toilet, you need to poop. I mean, I'm asking him that, obviously.
So of course they're sponges. They literally do the same thing you do.
Right. Yes.
They mimic you.
Yep.
It's like living with a parrot.
Yeah. Actually, Igor always calls our kids parrots. I didn't even realize, but yeah, absolutely.
I've just been thinking that lately because Coley is in the stage where everything I say this morning, I said goofball. So then she's like goofball, 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 like committing it to memory. So I'm like, they out you sometimes. Yep. You say something, you think they don't notice. They noticed.
Yep.
They say it. They'll say it when you don't want them to say it.
Yeah.
Or even like today, I'm walking down the stairs with my baby and I had my work bag on my back and I had my daughter's diaper bag as well because I was going to drop her off to be able to go into the office, and I'm pregnant and I'm walking down all these stairs to get in the car, and I guess I was like grunting, kind of like groaning or whatever. I didn't notice, but all of a sudden Coley starts going like as I'm going down, I'm like, oh gosh, I sound like that. She just outed me so hard, So
humbled real quick.
yeah, you're like, oh, do I say that? Do I look like that?
Do I sound like that? Oh, God.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good one.
So that was our last submission from you guys. We've got a couple of our own as well. So mine, I got a couple. This first one, I wrote in my journal. This was in January. I went to an early morning pregnancy appointment today, so Hiram was in charge of getting Coley up when she woke up. When I got home, he had not woken up, and Coley was wailing upstairs in her room. I ran up to get her and opened the door to a great stench.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And to find Coley completely naked, sitting in poop in her crib. She loves to unzip her PJs and strip off her diaper. So you have to wake up when she wakes up. This was a fun first, because she had never pooped.
Right.
So I scooped her up, cleaned her up, got poop on my sweatshirt. And I was excited to wear that sweatshirt that day. And then cleaned all the laundry, including her stuffed animals in her bed. It was a very exciting morning.
Wow.
So that one's a funny, but it's also a husband fail.
Another fail on his part.
Yep.
Yep. Oof.
Oh, I love it.
That's rough. Let's see. I have so many fails. Okay. Recently, I have a 9-month-old, but when she was, I think, 4 months old, I was going to the pediatrician for a checkup.
Yeah.
Okay. I get there and they're like, we've got to do all these shots, all these vaccines. Okay. Guess what? I had no binky, no milk with me. She was not great at breastfeeding at the time. And I don't even think I brought a diaper bag with me. You're supposed to get them down to a dry diaper. I don't even think I had that with me. I had left the house.
You're like, I'm here with the baby.
I had left the house with just a baby.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Good enough. Anywho, I did not do the shots at that time because I was like, I don't have any way of comforting my baby, really. So no, we're not doing that. I knew the battle that I would not win. So I chose not to fight it. Yeah.
I love that. Good for you, honestly. Like, those moments are so hard.
Yeah.
Shots are the worst.
Hate them. Hate them.
I hate watching my baby get shots.
Yep.
And then the whole day after.
Yep.
They're so sad.
Yeah, baby girl got another couple shots this week, and you could tell that she was just hurting and just sad a little bit. It was just that day, thank goodness. And she just cried and laid on Eager's chest for hours. Aww. And he kept asking, is she asleep? And she was not. She was not asleep. She was just laying there.
That's really sweet,
It
though.
was very sweet because she hasn't
But
done that in a long
sad.
time, but also very sad.
Yeah.
Because she
just like wouldn't move.
was
She was
miserable.
that miserable.
Yeah.
Poor sweetie.
Anyhow, so hate that.
That's kind of cute, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one I had on the same day as poop incident.
No.
So it was just a full day.
Yeah.
I had a chiropractor appointment for myself because I was having migraines for weeks when we're pregnant with this little dude.
Yeah.
And so I made an appointment for myself, and I knew no one was going to be available to watch Coley while I went. But I was like, it's going to be okay. Like, I'm going to take her with me. I'm going to put her in a stroller. I'm going to set her up with her favorite show. I'm going to have her favorite snacks. I'll have her favorite toys. Like, it's going to be rough, but we're going to get through it. We're going to embrace it. It's going to be fine. We're going to send it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm prepared.
It's going to be okay.
And I did all the things to prepare. But no. She's very protective of me. Like, even when my husband will come up and give me a hug and stuff, she'll start crying and get really upset because I'm Coley's mom.
Apparently, he's attacking you.
Yeah, exactly.
Murder.
So at the beginning, a girl's like massaging my neck with a massager before the doctor comes in. And Coley's also more wary of males. So she's like okay with the girl, but she is like eyeing her down in her stroller. But she's like, okay, it's fine. She's touching mom, but we're okay. The male doctor comes in to adjust, and she starts screaming. And I don't mean like crying, but it's like a big open office. So like you're not in your own private room or anything. Yeah. She is screaming her head off. And I'm like so embarrassed. And he's like, okay, for the first little bit, you can hold her. I'll adjust your neck sitting up. So like hold her, calm her down, bounce her, try to get her back in her
Poor thing.
stroller.
Rough.
Well, after I held her, she would not calm down. She would not release me. She was koalaing onto me. So I'm lying on my back on the table, and he's trying to adjust me around her. She is literally on top of me.
And you're also pregnant.
On my chest. Yes, and I'm also pregnant with my baby boy. And he's like kicking up a storm, and she's laying on top, and she's just wailing into my neck like a koala. Anyway, so I had the two babies. Anyway, yeah, it was really good. It was really hard for him to adjust me. It didn't go that great, and I didn't feel that amazing afterwards.
Ooh.
So I was like, well, that was not worth it. And I was so embarrassed. I could not pry her off. I couldn't set her down.
Yeah.
She just did not handle it. And so,
yeah.
Anyway, and after that, I texted my husband. I said, I'm never going back there.
Oh.
I did go back.
But just not with her.
I will never bring her.
No.
But I thought about never going back or showing my face because I was so embarrassed. I was like, ah! Kids, man.
Yes. Here's the thing. Be a mom's mom, okay? When a kid is losing it, just be there. Give some solidarity and support, right? Because, like, there's really, like, there's only so much you can do, especially with little kids kind of thing. You know, as they get older, you can kind of work with them on their behaviors and little things like that. But it is so hard for a toddler.
A 1.5-year-old at the time.
So
like,
hard.
I don't know.
They are so brand new to life.
Yeah.
And they just don't understand so many things.
Yeah.
And it's so hard and scary in their little world. So
she literally, I think, thought she was like protecting me, but I was just like,
she's already got that like oldest daughter syndrome situation.
I'm like, I'm good. I just need you to sit in your stroller.
Just
no,
hang
everyone
out.
in there was genuinely so nice. No one like judged or anything. No one made me feel embarrassed. I just was.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get her to like
calm down.
And then I couldn't really get like adjusted like I needed to. So,
which is funny because chiropractor, he's got a bunch of kids, you know,
yeah.
and a bunch of people in the office, they all have kids. Like they know.
I think the other reason I was embarrassed too was just because this particular chiropractor, he's been in my life since I was like 14 years old. Yeah. He had never met her. This was the first time. Oh. So then I was like, yep.
I made that. And she's great.
And I'm a great mom because I can help her so much. Oh, so good.
Yeah, that's good. It would not be a mom fails or funnies video or a podcast or, you know, a recollection without a blowout. Yeah. It's amazing how when you become a mom, literally your life, it becomes food, sleep, and poop. Uh-huh. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you get to read a book, cute. If you get a little cutesy little outfit, fun. Those are not the priorities. No.
And it's the cycle on repeat.
Yep. Repeat. Mm-hmm. All day, every day.
Yep.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness. When have I not had blowouts with my children?
You're like, which one should I share?
I know, right? And it's always when they're wearing like the cute outfit that I maybe spent a little bit more on, or like just wanted to get something that maybe was like a little more fun and special and cute for me. Maybe
honestly, that's how it goes for me too.
Exactly.
I spill on myself in the one outfit that I, desperately don't want to get anything on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's, really where it comes from is we are just messy.
It's the law of the universe.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anywho, nope. I've definitely had many, many times. I'm like, even just recently, we went on a road trip, made the mistake of not changing diapers in the middle of the ride. And we get to the place, and not only is she soaked in her own pee, but the whole car seat is also soaked. Oh. Which, I don't know if you have tried to pull things off of the car seat. If you are a mom, you probably have. But that is one of the worst things, is like pulling all the pieces off of a car seat to wash it. Hate that.
And in the middle of a road trip, it's like, well, you're going back in there.
Yep. Sorry, not sorry.
Enjoy.
But here we are. Yeah. Yep. Yes, I have. The pee situation where you got your daughters like, precariously kind of like situated. Nah. Leo is just like, I'm holding it. I'm done. I'm going to hold it for the next 10 hours.
Oh no.
So that's always like concerning, because you're like, well, I don't want you to get like a UTI or something.
Yeah. You're like, no, you need to pee. Empty your bladder.
Yeah, no, it like scares him sometimes, and he's like, I won't do it.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Because
then I'm like, well, then he's going to like pee himself.
Yeah.
Anywho, so.
I get it.
Good times. You really have to just like take the punches as they come.
Yeah.
And laugh when you can, because it can be very tough when you're just like bad thing after hard thing after nasty thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm. So when there are moments that you can choose laughter,
yeah,
choose to embrace that.
Choose that.
To give yourself a little peace.
Yep. And just know you're not alone, because we're all doing the same thing. We're all being covered in bodily fluids. We're all being embarrassed by our children and the things that come out of their mouth. And we're also having so much fun dressing them in cute little things and taking a million pictures of them every day and seeing how they enjoy the world and how they react to things. It's just a roller coaster.
The whole thing is beautiful.
Yeah.
And surprising and amazing.
Absolutely. I think, whether I want to admit this or not, the like nasty parts make the good parts even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have highs and lows in order for the highs to really feel high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or else it'd be boring.
Yep.
You're doing great.
Embrace the mess.
Yep.
You got this.
You got this.
We love you, mamas.
Yay. Bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Living Big podcast. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review.
Join us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for all the things from relatable mom memes to fun girls' night ideas with your besties.
See you next week.